Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. It is your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a watch made from 2010 to 2014, 500 pieces, a limited edition in rose gold. This is the IWC Portugieser Tourbillon Mystere, a timepiece with reference 5044-02, a gorgeous Portugieser that is packed with complication. 44.2 millimeters in diameter by 16.1 millimeters thick, from lug tip to lug tip, 52.5 millimeters with a 22 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Throw it on my wrist, 16 centimeters in circumference. I recommend you wear this watch on a wrist no smaller than mine. It is broad, and as you can see, it pushes out right to the edge of my wrist, though the lug tips are nicely downturned to wrap around the periphery of your wrist. Any smaller, there's going to be some overlap there. So I'd say 16 centimeter circumference wrists or larger. It is a thick watch. It's not going to fit underneath the tightest of dress cuffs, but because of its concave bezel profile, it should slide underneath all jacket sleeves. Hardware and the software, let's take a quick look. Full deployant red gold clasp. You can see satin finished and polished internally. Externally, mostly satin with polished outer clasp and polished bevels around the edge of the buckle. It's a substantial piece. Insurance against accidentally dropping your watch. The strap is large rectangular scale alligator leather in a medium reddish brown semi-gloss finish monotone stitch, sheer cut side, calfskin on the bottom, gator on the top, a brand new IWC factory strap, uncrimped, ungouged. The case will be familiar. 1930s style, a form follows function ethic here, individual numbering, take note, but it's very similar to the Patek Philippe reference 96, which is unofficially the first Calatrava. Both featured a rather simple set of Arabic numerals, leaf-style hands, and a blending of lugs into case profile. While the Portugieser is a much larger watch and always has been, there are a lot of similarities born of the times. Now this watch, of course, the descendant of the original Portugieser 325, that watch, inspired by the Portuguese importers of IWC, was to be an accurate wristwatch, as accurate as a pocket watch. And back then, the only way to do that was to put a pocket watch-sized movement inside a wristwatch case. That is why the watch was so big from inception. It was the original purpose-built oversized wristwatch. Here again, we have a pocket watch-sized caliber inside a wristwatch. Let's start with the complications. The Portugieser was late to the tourbillon game, so IWC raised its game with a flying tourbillon rather than a conventional tourbillon on the dial side. You could see that this tourbillon features a fired blue overcoil hairspring and beats away at 19,800 vibrations per hour. It is a 1-minute tourbillon, effectively acting as the seconds hand for the dial. It is extensively hand-finished, and it is the most hand-finished component of the entire movement, the caliber 51,900. Everything is the finest in detailing on the tourbillon itself. The dial is a satin or opaline silver with applique rose gold Arabic numerals as well as indices, leaf-style hands. We have a gold frame around the tourbillon. It is called a flying tourbillon because it has no upper bridge to anchor the top pivot. It's only anchored on the bottom side. As a result, it is easy to see and enjoy the tourbillon regulator. You can wind the watch manually, though it is an automatic winder, and it has a 7-day, 168-hour power reserve. There is also a quick set for the retrograde date, and the retrograde date is a rather animated date display. The timepiece is automatic winding, based distantly on what was called the caliber 5000 back in the year 2000. This is the caliber 51,900. Automatic winding, it uses the age-old IWC Peloton pawl-based bidirectional winding system, but here with white ceramic pawls to reduce the problem of dirt on the movement that had preyed on previous Peloton systems. This one operates both efficiently and clean. 44 joules and adjusted in 5 positions. The 5-position adjustment is a refinement that you'll find on high horology watches and chronometers. You could see that the movement is enormous, over 37 millimeters in diameter. It is the world's largest automatic winding caliber. There is a solid gold medallion with the IWC motto Probus Scifusia inside of the rotor, and you can see there is a jeweled staff with a clip at the center, so it is a very smooth winding system with that jeweled staff. One large mainspring barrel and circular Côte de Genève satination on wheels, engine turning on the base plate, and the screws featured have been polished on their tops. It is a 30-meter water-resistant watch, but then again, one does not buy a timepiece like this to go swimming. This one is for styling high and dry. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.